point it on us to go live. There we go. Hello, are we live? Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Anna Brees and we're live on John Wedger's Facebook page. The last time you may have seen me was 6 months ago, where I interviewed John. I met him in July, I think it was, in South Wales, and we did a live broadcast, which did very well indeed. It reached 1 million people, and that message seems to be getting out. And actually, I've come back today to interview John with some good news. I think we're at Downing Street, which is very apt, and it's been an incredibly successful campaign. We call it social media, but I think the word social might be dropped from social media now, because you are becoming the media, John, and you're having a real impact on what has become probably one of the biggest and most outrageous stories in the history of Britain. And that is the cover-up of child abuse, an establishment cover-up of child abuse. Accusations that leaders such as Edward Heath have been involved. Obviously, we all know about Jimmy Savile. There are others implicated as well. And from what your testimony and from many others, and those people who John have spoken to really over the last 6 months, victims of abuse, it really corroborates what you've been saying all along. So what happened today, John, and why is this a good day?
Well, we did a live feed earlier, and I've had a meeting with the current policing minister for the Secretary of State for the Home Office, as well as the former policing minister. So we met with Nicholas Hurd, and we were accompanied by Sir Mike Penning. And we were taken to a meeting, which actually was in the office next door to the Prime Minister's office, and to discuss the Home Office's cover-up of my testimony and my claims of the police cover-ups of child prostitution.
Missing paperwork, did that come up?
Yeah. What happened was, back in 2006, in March 16, at a recorded meeting with the Home Office, Sir Mike Penning handed over my file with my claims of the child prostitution cover-ups to the Home Office, who guaranteed me there would be an independent and thorough investigation. The paperwork went missing, they denied meeting me, and they lied to Mike Penning. So we've now taken the matter back before the Home Secretary to address this.
We've got a lot to thank, well, you've got a lot to thank, and everyone basically for what Mike Penning has done, because you've largely been ignored if it wasn't for him. Tell us a little bit about Mike Penning, what's happened to him.
Well, I needed Mike Penning because Mike Penning really was my safety blanket. Without him, God knows what have happened to me, and he's as upset at the cover-ups as I am. Now, Mike Penning, when he first took my case on and then took the matter before the Home Office, very quickly afterwards he was removed from post by the Home Secretary, and it was due to his involvement with myself. He continued.
Are you absolutely sure about that? He confirmed that today?
That was confirmed today, and that was confirmed in the presence of Nicholas Hurd.
Well, that's confirmation of a cover-up.
Yeah, exactly. And it was a very powerful meeting, a very passionate meeting, and those present, and there were members of the Home Office there, were clearly shocked at the extent of the cover-up.
So what did they promise you?
Well, what they promised is that they are going to look into the investigations by the police at the independent police level, so Operation Winter Keys and Operation Hydrant. The managers of both them will be addressed and will be met by members of Nicholas Hurd's team. Also, the Home Office are going to be called to a meeting to explain the missing paperwork, and they're going to ask for the minutes of the meeting, because it was a recorded meeting. It was properly minuted.
I'm just going to mention, if anyone's watching this live broadcast and they've got a question, please let us know. Our camera lady is looking for any comments or questions, so if you do have any at the end, please do feel free to ask any questions that you like of John.
And what I will also say is, earlier on at the earlier broadcast, I did explain my reasons for non-disclosure of certain officers involved. That was reiterated today in the meeting, and I was told at this stage it will be detrimental to your cause and to the investigation if you publicly mention these names. So there is.
I'll be honest with you, John. Why do you have faith today? You know these people. You worked for the police. You've been involved with the situation. They lost your paperwork, but you are optimistic today.
Listen,
let's be honest. Why are you optimistic? Is it because of Mike Penning? Because he's suffered? Because he's really caring? He really cares. He's just as compassionate as you.
Listen, everything is a pigeon step. You can only work with the tools you've got, and there's people that have got a lot of distrust of the MPs. Well, so what? They're there, we use them. If they don't do anything, by their deeds shall we know them. Yes, Mike Penning has shown by his deeds that he's a man of his word, and as much as I know the guy, I trust him. Nicholas Hurd, he come across as a very genuine man. I don't know the guy, but again, let's look at the fruits of his labour. If he comes up with the goods, then we're with him.
Well, let's not forget, we've got the T-shirt campaign, we've got the letter writing campaign to MPs. If you've written a letter to your MP, this is a sign that it's really working.
Yeah.
And if they don't do what they promised, you're not going away, and
No.
this will only grow and it will only continue. Is there anything else that you'd like to add before we finish?
No, all I say is that let's keep moving. I can't do this on my own. I want everyone to get involved, and please keep the letters going and keep supporting me, and let's stop any division.
And thank you very much to everyone for your support. Oh, we do have a question.
How safe? Well, after today, a little bit safer than I have in the past. Been in a very, very precarious place, and due to the support I got, I'm feeling safer. I am feeling safer by the minute. So, yeah.
You've got a lot of support, and we have to thank everyone for doing that. And just something that I would like to add, I'm a former broadcast journalist, a mainstream media journalist at the BBC and ITV, and we're doing this broadcast today on an iPhone 5?
Yeah.
An iPhone 5 and a £30-40 mic outside Downing Street. And John has had a meeting with some very important people who have promised change. So let's not forget that we do have the power to bring about change. This is what I suppose you'd call mobile journalism, and you've been doing some incredible things over the last 6 months, talking to some people that, to be honest with you, they wouldn't talk to me, but they'd talk to you.
Well, the other thing that was mentioned was that there has been a mainstream media attack on Mike Penning, and that is based on the work that he's been doing with me. So the mainstream media have...
And Mike Veal.
And Mike Veal as well. There's been a monumental campaign against him. So really, they've taken a real swerve ball when it comes to addressing this.
Mike Veal is the Chief Constable of... He was the... Oh, we've got another question right there.
Is there an online place where they can review the investigation?
No, unfortunately no. Like all investigations, this is of a very highly sensitive nature, and it involves very vulnerable witnesses and victims. So no, there isn't.
So who are the two people we need to follow after today then? Mike Penning.
Mike Penning and Nicholas Hurd.
Nicholas Hurd. Those are the ones that are really taking this on, and they're going to...
And the other thing, if people want to write to Sajid Javid. His brother is a chief officer in the West Midlands. They will be fully aware, that family, of policing issues. Why has Sajid Javid, the Home Secretary, refused to meet me on 5 occasions? And also Sadiq Khan. Sadiq Khan has been written to on numerous occasions and once again has failed to even respond. So, please people, if you want to write to Sadiq Khan and Sajid Javid. Get them two working.
Okay. Well done, John. Anything else you'd like to add?
No. God bless victims and survivors, and let's carry on the campaign.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.